Over 900 people are trapped in a religious cult, and their leader, Jim Jones, just made them drink a poison.
Lay down your life with dignity. Don't lay down with tears and agony. Quickly, 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 quickly. We must die with some dignity. I don't care how many screams you hear. I don't care how many anguished cries. Death is 1,000,000 times preferable to 10 more days of this life. Keep your emotions down. Keep your emotions down.
153 men, 452 women, 302 children, all dead.
We didn't commit suicide. We committed an act of revolutionary suicide protesting the conditions of an inhumane world.
One of the biggest mass suicides of all time just took place.
The government of Guyana reports this morning that mass suicides have swept through that jungle camp of a California religious sect, the People's Temple.
It's a wild time in America. The Vietnam War has just ended, and protests are everywhere. The Black Panthers movement is rising. Hare Krishnas are on the streets too, and of course, a lot of new churches are being created. People's Temple is one of those churches. It starts with a dream, a new kind of community, one that promises hope for the Black Americans who are tired of being pushed aside.
Nobody joins a cult. Nobody joins something they think is going to hurt them. You join a religious organization, you join a political movement, and you join with people that you really like.
Jim Jones is white, but he talks about justice, equality, and fighting racism. People love him, especially the Black community.
Reverend Jones, how do you account for such an avid following as you seem to have?
I'm principled and dedicated to my people, and they are also committed to the Christian ethic, the Judeo-Christian ethic of service. And we've just kind of grown up together.
You going to go to Texas with me when I have that campaign?
I was just wondering whether I could go or not.
Some people see a great deal of God in my body. They see Christ in me, a hope of glory.
People addicted to drugs join the community and then stop using them. It's really a place that helps people. Everyone cares for each other, and it feels like a family.
Before I came here, I was taking LSD, marijuana, every type of dope you can imagine. Without our Pastor Jim Jones to teach me the right way, I would not be in college right now. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jim Jones becomes more than just a preacher. He is a leader that they will follow anywhere. The People's Temple grows fast, reaching 1,000 members.
Started with about 141 people, and from that we've grown to a very thriving congregation.
He heals people, cures their cancer, helps them walk again. Now Jim Jones is about to pull off a miracle. He's going to make a paralyzed woman walk again.
Come forth, my dear. Stand out. Take that step. Bless your heart. Take that step.
She stands up. Everyone's watching. She takes a really slow and shaky step.
Move forward. Move forward. Move forward, darling. You can do it.
Step by step, she starts walking. Pretty soon, she is running. But all of this is one big lie. Jones makes the whole thing up just to trick more people into believing in him. He does this all the time, lie to their faces. He takes over 1,000 members of his cult and decides to go to the jungle of Guyana in South America, in the middle of nowhere. There, they will build a new place from nothing, Jonestown. That's when things turn sick. Really sick.
I really like it here, and it is fun and I really don't want to go to sleep because it's so fun here and there's so much to do.
Building equipment and doing things to set up a little town, an actual community or a country of our own where we can live the way we like to live with our own lifestyle, not to be interfered with people from the outside world.
The first thing Jones does is take everyone's passports. So if anyone wants to leave, they have to ask him first. Then he tells them that everyone in the world is homosexual. All the men are gay, all the women are lesbians, and that he is the only true heterosexual left on the planet. He uses that lie to do whatever he wants with them. He sleeps with the men, the women, even the children. He abuses nearly the entire camp.
And he reached up and kind of patted the back of my neck and he said, "I'll f*** us if you want."
Without any talk or anything, he just pulled down his pants and had sex with me. He'd say to me, "This is for you. I'm doing this for you, Debbie."
The people are so brainwashed that they believe it's something holy, that being touched by Jones is like being touched by Jesus. They see it as a blessing. He breaks their connections to each other. No relationships are allowed. He splits up families and friendships so that everyone depends on him and only him. There's no outside communication, no phones, no radios. People have no access to the outside world. The only thing they ever hear is his voice. Literally, he records himself on tapes and blasts them day and night. His voice plays 24/7 until it's the only thing they know. But even after all that, people still don't see it as something so bad. They truly believe they're part of something meaningful.
And all these are our youngsters, you know. They're all happy. Look at Tommy. Do you want to go back to state?
No.
No way. I can't get you to go back to state?
No.
He says he won't go back. Obviously, that's the general attitude. I don't want to go back either. Nobody wants to go. Everybody's happy down here. You can see that that's an obvious fact.
Jones is crazy. He becomes a drug addict and starts taking a lot of drugs. He is really paranoid. He thinks someone's always trying to kill him. He even has 2 people ready to take a bullet for him.
He was talking integration, he was talking helping people, he was talking better this and better that.
What about now? What's your impression now?
My impression now that those are fronts for him, I think he's gone crazy.
People constantly have to prove their loyalty to him.
We're all ready to go. If you tell us we have to give our lives now, we're ready.
He would call meetings, give them drinks filled with poison, and tell them it's time to die. Mothers scream as they drink, thinking their children are about to die too. But then he laughs and says it was only a test, that there was no poison. Just another way to see who will obey without question.
Oh no. Oh no. Who's going to decide who and when a person's going to die? We must never allow that, because this is the kind of thing that ushers in the terror of a Hitler's Germany. We must not allow these kind of things to enter our consciousness.
People are being tortured, they are being starved, and most importantly, they are being held against their will.
By Christmas, do you want to be gone? By Christmas, do you want to be gone? By Christmas, do you want to be gone?
I would ask you, could I go home and make a trip to see my people?
That's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy to talk about going back when you have not been given any approval. Do you want to go home?
Oh.
Well, then be seated and shut your mouth and don't be in my face anymore.
Congressman Leo Ryan starts looking into all this. He wants to know what is actually happening deep in that jungle. He agrees to help and find out if someone needs help there. Leo Ryan, a group of journalists, and a TV crew meet at JFK Airport. They take off. Leo Ryan knows this could be dangerous. He knows there's a chance they may never return, that they could lose their lives there. They do not have a direct invitation from Jim Jones, so it's very frustrating for them.
The petition was handed to us this morning, which obviously says Yankees go home. And that's the present somewhat hostile attitude of the People's Temple. I'm doing everything I can at this point to give Jones every possible opportunity while we are here to address any one or all of us, beginning with me. I'm trying to find out what the facts are. I intend to keep pushing as long as I'm here.
Attention, attention. Every member of the community must come to the pavilion immediately. We may have an invasion anytime within the next 5 days. They're under the direction now of this fascist Congressman, Ryan. No one enters our territory without our approval. And that means every one of you will have to say to your relatives, no. They will come in, they're bringing them in to try to dictate to us and take us back as prisoners. I want to find out how many say no tonight.
Jim Jones doesn't want to let Ryan and his crew enter the town. He knows what will happen if they do. The congressman really wants to help. He does not give up easily. The crew takes a second plane and begins flying directly to Jonestown. But as they approach the airstrip, members of the People's Temple say the airstrip is not working. Another trick by Jim Jones, trying to stop the congressman and the TV crew from landing. But the pilot decides to land anyway. Soon, they will realize this was the biggest mistake they could ever make.
I'm Congressman Ryan. I'm from the United States government, and we're here to inquire into the health and the welfare of American citizens who are here.
To go in there, I would have to get instructions from my chief inspector before any permission could be granted by me. But I'm just carrying out duties
Good.
that I was detailed to do.
Sure, that I have no intention of hurting or stopping or anything like that, and I want to do it with great respect for your government and for the rules of your country.
Finally, they bring them a truck. It takes them an hour to go just 2 miles. The road is muddy and hard to cross. They arrive. Some of the members take the crew and Congressman Ryan on a tour, but Jim Jones is not there. Later that night, they hold a show at the pavilion, dinner, singing, and dancing. Then people ask Congressman Ryan to go on stage.
I'm very glad to be here. This is a congressional inquiry. I think that all of you know that I'm here to find out more about questions that have been raised about your operation here. But I can tell you right now that from the few conversations I've had with some of the folks here already this evening, that whatever the comments are, there are some people here who believe that this is the best thing that ever happened to them in their whole life.
The crowd claps for almost a minute. It feels strange, like they are trying to say something. The whole atmosphere is intense. After Congressman Ryan finishes his speech, suddenly there he is, Jim Jones, sitting at a table. The journalists start asking him questions, but Jones keeps avoiding them. He looks really annoyed and doesn't want to answer. When dinner ends, NBC reporter Don Harris gets a note slipped to him by 2 members of the People's Temple. The message is clear: please help us. The next morning, the crew goes to Jim Jones to confront him about the note.
Last night, someone came and passed me this note.
Well, that's who we're talking about. He wants to leave his son here. If Jonestown's such a bad place, why does he want to leave his son here?
Doesn't it concern you, though, that this man, for whatever reason, one of the people in your group...
People play games, friend. They lie. What can I do about lies? Are you people going to leave us? I just beg you, please leave us. Bill, we will bother nobody. Anybody wants to get out of here can get out of here. We have no problem about getting out of here. They come and go all the time. I don't know what kind of game. People like publicity. Some people do. I don't. But some people like publicity. But if it's so damn bad, why is he leaving his son here? Can you give me a good reason for that? I'd take my son with me.
When the reporter asks Jones why people want to leave, things get really anxious. Jones feels trapped, betrayed. He sees everyone as turning against him. He gets angrier and angrier. People want to leave, but they are really scared and afraid.
And what is your wish today? So go back home. And where's home? U.S.
These people are terrified. As word spreads, more and more people start saying they want to leave Jonestown as soon as possible. Jim Jones is doing his best to convince the people to stay. He's trying to break them down.
I understand. I love you.
It's not that I don't think what you do here is wonderful, because I do.
Just know that there's always a place for you. Always a place.
You bring those kids back here! You bring them back! One second. Don't you touch my kids!
There is a couple. One wants to leave, the other wants to stay, and they have their child between them. The situation begins to escalate. As the crew prepare to leave, suddenly they see Congressman Leo Ryan. Something's wrong. He has blood on his shirt. Someone tried to kill him with a knife.
What happened?
I stood up and had been talking with the two attorneys for the temple, and suddenly the knife was around my neck, and I was in danger. And I pushed the hand away, fell back against him. Others grabbed him and pulled him off me. And that's where we are.
Did he say anything when he came up?
Yeah, he said something about rob and choke and kill and or knife. I don't know. But what he said was he intended to kill him.
Now they have to move fast. About 30 people, the congressman, the news crew, journalists, and families are sitting on a truck, waiting. They're a few miles from Jonestown. Anything still could happen. They just want to get out. At the airstrip, there's only one plane, but not enough seats for everyone, so they call for another plane. Finally, they hear the sound of the plane coming. It's almost over. But then... members of the People's Temple arrive on a truck and a tractor trailer. The people at the airstrip don't know what's happening. They just hurry to get on that plane. But it's too late.
This story just into our newsroom. California Congressman Leo Ryan has been shot.
Congressman Leo Ryan of California is dead.
Back at Jonestown, Jim Jones is furious, angrier than ever. He is licking his lips, looking completely insane.
I was trying to keep some humanity around here. Oh, shut up!
You're gonna have to prove...
Bitch, get over there and sit down and see how well you work. People don't appreciate goodness. Sit your ass down.
Jim Jones makes it clear, everyone will die.
How very much I've loved you. How very much I've tried my best to give you the good life. But in spite of all of that I've tried, a handful of our people, with their lies, have made our life impossible. There's no way to detach ourselves from what's happened today. If we can't live in peace, then let's die in peace. It's hard. Only at first is it hard. It's hard only at first. Living, you're looking at death. Living is much, much more difficult.
918 people are dying in agony from the poisoned drink they were forced to take. They are crying and choking.
Not that I'm afraid to die.
I don't think you are.
means.
I don't think you are.
But I look at our babies and I think they deserve to live.
It's too late. I've lived for all and I'll die for all.
Security forces are flying to Jonestown. Their mission is to find out if Jim Jones is still alive. The story isn't over. As they fly in, they spot the bodies below. It's a horrifying view. They see a table. It's covered with syringes, bottles, and cyanide poison. Next to it, a 55-gallon drum cut in half. That's where they mix the poison. Many of the bodies show something even worse. Syringe marks in the backs of their necks. They didn't take the poison willingly. They were forced to.
When the poison was being passed out, men were around this auditorium area here with crossbows. They were acting as guards.
These people never had a chance. They were victims of racism and poverty. Jim Jones came among them, offering hope. They trusted him. They believed they were building a better world. But Jim Jones was totally insane, and he wanted them all dead. 5 yards away from the main pavilion, they find Jim Jones himself, lying on the ground, right behind his throne. He shot himself in the head.
Right now, let's go to Floyd Calver, who has details on that continuing grim story out of Guyana.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. American soldiers are flying out of Guyana this morning. They're en route home. Their gruesome job at the Jonestown suicide camp ended.